Now the osteichthyes have cranial bones. They have a medial insertion of their mandibular muscle in their lower jaw. Their head and pectoral girdles are covered with large dermal bones. Their eyeball is protected or supported by a sclerotic ring. Their inner ear has large otoliths, and they have a brain case. Otoliths are bone. They have a lung or a swim bladder. They have bone fin rays, and they have an operculum or a gill cover that helps them to breathe without having to swim. They also have a swim bladder, and they can regulate the amount of gas in that swim bladder to keep them from sinking in the water or to float in the water. And they can see in color, which other fish cannot do. Now when you look at a bony fish, you see they breathe through gills, but they have the operculum or the gill cover over it. And it's a hard plate that helps them breathe without moving. They also have the paired pectoral fins and the paired pelvic fins. They have the anal fin, and then the caudal fin is their tail fin, and you can see there are bony spines in their dorsal fin, and then they have a soft dorsal fin. The lungfish have a special lung. When their pools that they swim in dry out, they can use that lung for fishing, for breathing. Sorry, my words are getting tangled. They don't have placoid scales. They have mucus glands that coat their body. Their scales are either ganoid, which you see in the top right, or cycloid that you see over in the, you saw the ganoid in top left and the cycloid top right. Or they can be cytinoid, which you see in the middle. They are smooth and they overlap. As I said, they have paired fins. They have 2 eyes, nostrils, a mouth, and then that gill cover, that operculum. Their skeleton is bone, and it's just about completely calcified. They have a vertebral column, a cranium, a jaw. They have ribs and intramuscular bones in their skeleton. They can be hermaphrodites. Their fertilization is usually external, but it can be internal. Their development is usually oviparous, but it can be ovoviviparous or viviparous. So they can lay eggs, the eggs can hatch in their body, or they can give live birth. There's no parental care before birth, but the parents will sometimes scatter or hide or guard the eggs. That one on the right at the top is really cool. That one on the left looks like a bunch of algae. And there's the blowfish. So you have quite an assortment. There's the flounder. It's on the bottom with his eyes on one side. Now some key features: they have lateral lines to detect movement or pressure or vibration in the water. They use counter shading where they're darker on the upper side and lighter on the bottom. They have that swim bladder that they can regulate the amount of gas in them so that they can stay at one level in the water and not sink but float. They spawn when they get ready to mate. Milt is their sperm, which is not spelled correctly there. I need to fix that. They have claspers if it's internal fertilization, when they are mating, the male has claspers to hold the female, and they have nares for smelling.